V.I. Lenin. Written, November 5, 1917. First published, Pravda No. 4, November 19, 1917. Published according to the manuscript text. Source, Lenin's Collected Works, Progress Publishers, Moscow, Volume 26, 1972, pages 297-299. Translated, Yuri Stobnikov and George Hanna, edited by George Hanna. Transcription in HTML markup, Charles Farrell and David Walters. Online version, Lenin Internet Archive. December, 2000. Comrades, workers, soldiers, peasants and all working people. The workers' and peasants' revolution has definitely triumphed in Petrograd, having dispersed or arrested the last remnants of the small number of Cossacks deceived by Kerensky. The revolution has triumphed in Moscow too. Even before the arrival of a number of troop trains dispatched from Petrograd, the officer cadets and other Kornilovites in Moscow signed peace terms, the disarming of the cadets and the dissolution of the Committee of Salvation. Daily and hourly reports are coming in from the front and from the villages announcing the support of the overwhelming majority of the soldiers in the trenches and the peasants in the uyezds for the new government and its decrees on peace and the immediate transfer of the land to the peasants. The victory of the workers' and peasants' revolution is assured because the majority of the people have already sided with it. It is perfectly understandable that the landowners and capitalists, and the top groups of office employees and civil servants closely linked with the bourgeoisie, in a word, all the wealthy and those supporting them, react to the new revolution with hostility, resist its victory, threaten to close the banks, disrupt or bring to a standstill the work of the different establishments, and hamper the revolution in every way, openly or covertly. Every politically conscious worker was well aware that we would inevitably encounter resistance of this kind. The entire party press of the Bolsheviks has written about this on numerous occasions. Not for a single minute will the working classes be intimidated by this resistance. They will not falter in any way before the threats and strikes of the supporters of the bourgeoisie. The majority of the people are with us. The majority of the working and oppressed people all over the world are with us. Ours is the cause of justice. Our victory is assured. The resistance of the capitalists and the high-ranking employees will be smashed. Not a single person will be deprived of his property, except under the special state law proclaiming nationalization of the banks and syndicates. This law is being drafted. Not one of the working people will suffer the loss of a kopeck. On the contrary, he will be helped. Apart from the strictest accounting and control, apart from levying the set taxes in full, the government has no intention of introducing any other measure. In support of these just demands, the vast majority of the people have rallied round the Provisional Workers' and Peasants' Government. Comrades, working people, remember that now you yourselves are at the helm of state. No one will help you if you yourselves do not unite and take into your hands all affairs of the state. Your Soviets are from now on the organs of state authority, legislative bodies with full powers. Rally around your Soviets. Strengthen them. Get on with the job yourselves. Begin right at the bottom. Do not wait for anyone. Establish the strictest revolutionary law and order. Mercilessly suppress any attempts to create anarchy by drunkards, hooligans, counter-revolutionary officer cadets, Kornilovites and their like. Ensure the strictest control over production and accounting of products. Arrest and hand over to the revolutionary courts all who dare to injure the people's cause, irrespective of whether the injury is manifested in sabotaging production, damage, delay and subversion, or in hoarding grain and products or holding up shipments of grain, disorganizing the railways and the postal, telegraph and telephone services, or any resistance whatever to the great cause of peace, the cause of transferring the land to the peasants, of ensuring workers' control over the production and distribution of products. Comrades, workers, soldiers, peasants and all working people, take all power into the hands of your Soviets. Be watchful and guard like the apple of your eye your land, grain, factories, equipment, products, transport, all that from now onwards will be entirely your property, public property. Gradually, with the consent and approval of the majority of the peasants, in keeping with their practical experience and that of the workers, we shall go forward firmly and unswervingly to the victory of socialism, a victory that will be sealed by the advanced workers of the most civilized countries, bring the people's lasting peace and liberate them from all oppression and exploitation. V. Leonov, Lenin, Chairman of the Council of People's Commissars, November 5, 1917, Petrograd. Footnotes 1. Committee of Salvation, Committee of Public Safety, was set up on October 25, 1917, by the Moscow City Council to fight the Soviets in Moscow, and led the counter-revolutionary revolt of officer cadets which broke out on October 28. The revolt was crushed on November 2, and the committee capitulated to the Moscow Revolutionary Military Committee.